Welcome back to Mand Plays Games. We are back on the Oregon Trail, or I should say the Chisholm Trail. It's been a few days. I was doing some things, there were some medical things that came up, and so I haven't been able to play any. But we are back, and we are ready to continue on. First, let's go through our journal, see what's going on. Let's see, we got another one here. Last time there was a cattle thief, I know that much. We thought to trust somebody, and turns out you can't do that. Craft some bait. We did that. Utilizing the natural prey of a target fish is often the most effective method, but fish can be lured by any manner of bait, such as insects, small fish, and artificial lures. Awesome. I don't know much about fishing, given that they freak me out, but that's okay. Alright, the Chisholm Trail. So, we cooked a cowboy's favorite dish. On a cattle drive, a good cook was second only to the trail boss in importance. They would wake early to prepare breakfast and coffee and work tirelessly to put together a lavish meal for the evening, sometimes with a pie or other pastry for dessert. If a cook could make donuts, they were especially well regarded. Nice. Cook a cowboy's least favorite dish. The types of meals a cook could make during a cattle drive depended greatly on what fresh ingredients could be scavenged during the journey. To keep morale up, a good cook needed to be able to adapt their recipes to the local ingredients and not just rely on what could be preserved in a chuck wagon. Awesome. I think that's it. Alright, so now we'll get back on the trail. Like I mentioned last time, I don't know if we're going to pass. Because I don't know if one of the things you have to do is not get any of your cattle stolen, or if you just have to make it where we're going. But I guess we'll see when we get to the end. It wouldn't be the first one we have to redo. It would be sad, but we made it to the Red River Station, which is a river. So let's talk first. Well, look at that, Jesse Chisholm. Herds of cattle crowd the riverbank as far as the eye can see, as cowboys take their turns crossing the busy river. You're acquainted with Black Beaver, aren't you? He told me you'd be coming this way. He also suggested that you might need advice on navigating the trail north. Oh, I also learned, side note, that Abilene is not in Kansas or wherever. It's still in Texas. We're in Texas the entire trip. I guess they're trying to get the cattle to Kansas or Arkansas or something. And the Abilene is the way to do it. But it's still in Texas. I learned that. I looked it up. Anyway, if that's all you're asking for, I can certainly offer my assistance. Ask about Vicente. Vicente is my adopted son. I was too busy to guide you myself, so I understand that he's accompanying you. He may be new to the cattle trade, but he's a bright young man with plenty of experience as an interpreter. I expect he'll be of great value to your party. Okay. Ask for advice. You'll be entering Indian territory once you cross the river here. The lands beyond belong to many native tribes, or native nations. Those who have always lived there, and the 5 tribes, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Seminole, Muskogee, and Cherokee. Okay. I know Chickasaw and I know Cherokee. The other 3 I'm not familiar with at all, so that's interesting. There are no more major cities along the cattle trail itself, so you'll have to rely on trade if you wish to resupply. I've always believed in diplomacy. Do right by the people you meet, and they'll do right by you. Well, that didn't work out, because I tried to help a dude, and he stole our cattle. So, never mind that. You should expect to pay a fee for the right to cross the native nations. Okay. Ask about the cattle trade. I've never actually worked as a trail hand. For decades, I've been a trader and interpreter. Not entrepreneur. For some reason, entrepreneur starts with an E, Amanda. An interpreter, first and foremost. I've made quite a name for myself, not to mention a sizable fortune. So he is kind of an entrepreneur, but it's not what he meant. Now that Joseph McCoy has started expanding Abilene, my old road has taken on a new life as a cattle trail. Okay, thanks for telling us about everything. The party doesn't wish to disturb Jesse Chisholm any further, so they decide to leave him to his business. Okay. Let's talk to Larkin Patrick Williams. What's he got to say? I tell you, working for a Wagoneer ranch is the life. The pay is good, and all I have to do is check the brands of the cattle crossing the river, and make sure nobody's trying to sneak off with Wagoneer stock. Sure, every now and then the drovers will take a shot at me, but it's understandable. Nobody likes a stranger inspecting their herd. Still, I haven't been hit yet, and whenever I'm not working, I get to relax under my favorite cottonwood tree. Good for a lark like me. Cute. Vicente. It's good to see my father again. He always has such high expectations of me, so I hope I can live up to them. But to see so many cattle here at Red River sets my mind to wandering. Can I really succeed in the trade? Don't worry, I'll try my hardest. That's the spirit. Good job. Alright, that's it, talking to people. So we've done that. Let's review real quick what we've got. Okay, so we have... What we could use is something to fix the wagon with. We'll keep all the pelts if we can. All our food if we can. We have some bullets to play around with. Maybe some clothes, but I want to keep the medicine. Let's see. Let's see what we can trade for. Toolboxes. 10 bullets. Let's haggle a little bit. If we can get that down, then we'll do bullets, because we have like 90 of them or something. Okay. Okay. Well, we weren't as good at haggling as we thought. So, I guess we'll trade it for 9 bullets. We're still fine. First, before we look at any pelts or anything, let's see what the options are to cross real quick. If we have to caulk the wagon so there's no ferry. Okay. It's a deep river, moderate current, and wide. 600 feet is a big river. Holy moly. Let's see what we got going on here. We can't afford nothing. There ain't affording a single thing. Okay, well that makes that easy. I think everybody's good, just morale is a little low here and there, and some stamina here with poor David. So I think we'll rest for a day. Should we? No. What am I doing? First, let's fix the wagon. Excuse me. We'll fix the wagon so we're on 100%. We'll caulk it, and then we'll wait. That way we don't... Let's use all 8 pelts. Okay, and then we'll rest. Because we need the rest anyway. Why is your morale going down, David? And your stamina not going up? Moderate. 8.5 feet. It's still too much. There we go. Moderate 7.5-ish feet. 62%. Let's wait. Okay, we're still safe to wait a little bit. 6.2, 70%. Let's wait some more. Okay, now morale is starting to go down. 74%. Slow 5.5 feet. We'll have to float across. But let's see. Let's see what he wants for those pelts. Pelts. What do you want for those? 11 bullets. Oh my goodness. Okay, she had some kind of... She was charming or something. Yep. 6 bullets. I think we can do that. I think we can do that pretty easily. We'll still have 60 bullets. I say we do it. This is more important at the moment. Okay. Now is the time to mobilize. So, we caulk the wagon. We seal it with all of the pelts. 78%. Do we wait one more day? Everybody is cranky. 78%. It's not going any better, so let's do it. Let's see. The party prepares the wagon, removing the wheels and making the bed watertight. We should be able to float pretty good because our bed is pretty... It's fixed all the way, and we have 10 pelts in there to seal it up. Can we do it? Well, we're not sinking like a rock so far, so unless we hit a fancy boulder, we should be okay. Oh, yep, I think we made it. Phew. Despite the wagon not being completely sealed, the party manages to cross the river without their supplies suffering any water damage. A result born purely of luck, perhaps, but sometimes that's exactly what one needs to survive the trail. Alright, let's get along, little doggy. Oh, there's like 3 more rivers before we hit Wichita. Alright, let's go to Washita River Crossing. A relatively straightforward river crossing in the northwest corner of the Chickasaw Nation. Okay. Well, let's hunt, even though I think these are... What are these, bears? Oof, I don't know that we're good enough to hunt bear. But we'll hunt so that way maybe we can gather some more pelts, right? With Red River Station behind them, the party looks ahead with some trepidation. They only hope the trials to come aren't as treacherous. Treachery! Oh, what now? A musty, sour odor emanates from the wagon, betraying the poor quality of the flour within. Shoot. The bad flour may be salvageable, albeit very unpalatable, if it is baked into hardtack. Alternatively, the impurities might be removed with thorough sifting, at the cost of some time and effort. I guess let's just make... Everybody hates it. Robert kneads the flour with some salt into dough, then sets about baking the mixture into hardtack. It's cold, hard, and flavorless, but may be the difference between starvation and survival. Everybody's unhappy. Are we meeting up with the cattle, or was that... Ouch! Oh no, Julius! Oh, he just had an oopsie. Tripping over a small bump in the rough ground, Julius finds himself in the dust. A little sore, he picks himself up and keeps walking. A western hognose snake. Washita River. Alright, I guess let's hunt some bears. Might get some offal, too. Stamina. Who has good stamina? Oh, everybody. Well, Violet. Oh, well, never mind. I was just gonna say we haven't tried you. Man, everybody sucks at hunting. Except for Julius is kind of good. 2 bullets per bear, I believe. Yep. Okay, 2 bears and a buffalo and a bear. Whoops. Okay. That's all I can carry back, even if I'm full capacity anyway. I'm not going to play around with anymore. I don't see the reason. Ta-da! Ching! 9 bullets. It wasn't bad. We actually did pretty well with her. After a successful hunt, Violet carries 120 pounds of meat back to storage. Utilize all parts of the animal. Violet also extracts 4 offal from the carcasses. Yeah. Let's obtain the pelts. Let's use the knife. Julius is forlorn. Oh my god. Calm down, Julius. She wore down the meat, but we have 8 pelts. Alright, let's do... We need a morale boost. Violet gets to play her violin, her fiddle. Oh, that scared the heck out of me. My notifications popped up. Halt, travelers. We are Chickasaw people, and you are traveling in the Chickasaw Nation. Before proceeding further, I need to assess whether you are required to pay a fee to pass through the land. Are you driving cattle through our nation? Well, us, personally, no. No, I guess... I guess they're behind us. I saw that the chuck wagon had stopped up ahead. What's going on here? It looks as though you're herding cattle, and quite a hefty group at that. To pass through our land with a group of this size, it will cost $60. If you can't afford this, we will take a portion of your herd to compensate for the fee. It will not be an insignificant number. Well, that doesn't seem very wild. The cost is understandable, but you might need that money to purchase more supplies. I don't have $60. On the other hand, losing cattle would definitely hurt our profits once we get to Abilene. Regardless, if we can't afford to pay the fee, it may be our only option. What should the party do? Let's negotiate. Let's have Violet try to work her charm here. Nope, didn't work. Despite Violet's charming, well-spoken nature, the man doesn't appear willing to consider a change in price. Violet gets the feeling that the man was never planning on compromising. We won't negotiate on this fee. Do you understand the damage huge herds of cattle do to our land? They eat up the grass, trample the grounds we would use for planting, and bring cattle fever to our herds. I mean, I understand all of that. I do. Farming is how we sustain our people. Cattle driving could seriously hinder our way of life. We have so little land left. It is our right to protect it. You're very correct. I don't have $60. I guess we'll have to give you some cattle. How many are we talking here? Like 7? Or like 30? Oh, 3? Okay, yeah, that works. About this many should compensate for the fee, correct? Yes, thanks for cooperating with us. Safe travels through our nation. Yeah, I mean, if you get $20 a head for longhorn, yeah, 3 of them. I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. We'll have to put some elbow grease in to get the herd back into shape after that loss. Why, were these like the governor cattles? They were like the leaders. We have to restructure their entire economic system there. I think they'll be fine. They lost 3 cows. They're good. Alright, let's do a little finagling. It wasn't much finagling. Alright, we're gonna set up camp. We're gonna cook. was a fine day's herding, if you ask me. Cattle were just lining up for me today, though that's natural, I suppose. Days are always satisfying when you know you've done your best work, and this is one of them. If we can keep this up, we should have a good herd by Abilene. Even the cattle can sense how good I'm feeling today, or maybe they're just reacting to the jerky in my pocket. I hope not. Then they're cannibals on top of everything. Well, let's cook for the cowboys. We don't really have to do much. It's just gonna be like meats. Oops. Nope. I didn't want to do that. Add 1. I thought I had to put 4 in. Sorry. It's just gonna be heart soup or something. Maybe some menudo. Oh, fried sweetbread. Oh, yeah, well, I'm sorry. Perhaps not the most appetizing to start, but once it's been cooked until golden... Oh, it is sweetbread. The fried sweetbread should hit the spot and give the cowboys the energy they need to wrangle cattle in the morning. Well, she liked it. He wasn't a fan. Well, that was certainly... No, it was just vile. Tastes just like our way less cooking. Okay, so... We have 2 that liked it, 1 that did not decidedly like it. That's okay, that's all we've got, so... Let's just do morale. The party brings out the good stuff and celebrates a hard day's work late into the night, forgetting their troubles, if only for a moment. Because poor Julius is forlorn over here. There we go. Thank goodness. The party awakens after a long night of celebration. They feel more relaxed, if a little tired. I guess let's hunt some more bears. Why not? Oh no, the wagon. My banjo or whatever fell out. Fiddle. It sounds like a... Sounds like a fiddle. Trying to figure out how to finagle things so they're a little more pretty. Rabbits. They're not jackalopes, but they're fine. More bear hunting. I guess everybody's in a good enough mood. We can send Julius out there. It's our best shot. Not that I don't know if that actually does anything for when you're actively when you're actively hunting. It could just be like when there's some minigames. Oh, it died off screen. Oh. Nope, I didn't get it. There we go. I got enough. You definitely won't starve. 14 bullets. That was a little rougher. Julius carries 120. He got 4 awful. And we will obtain the pelts. We'll use the knife. The worn knife breaks. That's okay. We got 8 more pelts. Holy moly. Okay. Violet was a better shot than Julius. He's sad about that. His morale went down a little bit. You know, let's heal him. I don't know why he's sick. We'll heal him up. And we will just go ahead and scooch things over. Okay. That's good enough. Excuse me. Okay. The cattle are good. I don't know. We can't check in here. Like, specifically, why they went down to good. But that's okay, because we're to the next place. I already forgot what this was. Washita River Crossing? The name has been off the thing for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, I don't know where we are. Ahead, the muddy waters of the Washita River gently flow to the south and east, promising a relatively safe crossing. Perfect. Some travelers are gathered here to talk and trade with citizens of the Chickasaw Nation. Let's see who there is to talk to real quick. Northbound travelers make conversation and trade with Chickasaw men and women as they prepare to cross the river. Let's talk to Black Beaver. I see you made it, more or less. I hope your cattle are doing well and you're keeping those cowboys' bellies full. My home isn't too far from here. If you weren't already busy, I might ask you to help fix my fence. My wife will be mad that I've been away for so long. I say I need supplies to fix the ranch, but she says I need to spend more time with our daughter Lucy. Well, maybe. But I'd rather spend time with her under a roof that doesn't leak. Valid point on both sides. Mary, slavery has been abolished here, and they say I'm free. But I still can't call myself a citizen of either the Chickasaw Nation or the United States. I don't have any place to go, so I think I'll stay here. This is where I was born, after all. Well, that's sad and sweet at the same time, I guess. At least you have a place here. The United States forced us off our land. Sam Shuwana. The United States forced us off our land 30 years ago and has consistently failed to protect us here. When the war began, General Emory abandoned Fort Arbuckle and left us at the mercy of the Confederates. I'm sure that went over just swimmingly. We had no alternative but to make an alliance with the South to protect our lives and property. Now we've been forced into ceding half our land to the United States government. What else could we have done? It's about right. Tabitha Maytubby. What an intriguing last name. Texan farmers come across the border and squat on our land. It's against the law, but what means do we have to stop them? If they must farm here, then why can't they lease the land like they're supposed to? Valid question. Okay. Is there anything exciting to... One trail map? What is this? It's not worth, I think, anything there. 3 toolboxes. I'm always trying to... let's haggle. Let's do Robert. Nope, Robert failed with 6 wit. We have full health. I think we need the toolboxes more. Alright. We don't need anything else. Let's rest for 1 day. Because we have a couple people with low stamina. As long as nobody gets cranky. Oh, David. 2 feet, moderate. Fording the river, we have a 46% chance. What if we use 5 pelts to ford? Excuse me. I guess let's use them all. 68%. And we have another one. 72%. And then we'll rest and wait for the conditions to approve. 1 time, maybe? I mean, it's under 2 feet. Maybe the current is too strong. We don't want it to... Okay, it's just a moderate current. We're just gonna... Oh, shoot, I hit the wrong button. No! I mean... Yep, I guess. Let's just do it. 84% chance. That's pretty good. Without further delay, the party fastens down their supplies and prepares to enter the cold water, careful not to get swept away in the current. It's the only thing I'm worried about. Because it's under 2 feet, so it shouldn't go over our wheels at all, really. But that current might pull us away. Go, 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 pull the wagon. Bessie and Jimmy and Frida? I don't know what we should name them. Bessie is always a cow name. The party scrambles up the muddy bank and returns to the trail. Perfect. Cimarron River Crossing. The river crossing is the so-called unassigned lands, former Muskogee Nation territory. Alright, so we are going to set off here. This is where we will end this episode. And the next episode, we will make our way to the Cimarron River. So, thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.